Guys, before this video starts, please go down and subscribe. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got some nice shiny tips now. These are Magnaflow 12-inch tips. I found them in my closet. A buddy gave them to me a long time ago. Big shout out to Ralph. So that's how those look now. Stick out about 4 inches on each side of the bumper. They look really good. I've basically gotten everything done on the car for Mr. Kessel to come down here and tune the car and make sure that it is all mechanically sound, and that way I can put in the order for the drive shaft, and then we can go and tune it for the street and, you know, go and driving and stuff like that. But basically, new nice shiny exhaust tips. Still got to do my trim ring. That's simple shit. Transmission dipstick's done. Transmission cooler's done. My windows and radio do work now. I ended up jumping power from one fuse to another one with some fuse taps from AutoZone for the power for the windows and the radio. So that works now. I'll throw the car up in the air and I'll show you guys the transmission cooler setup. It is all the way in the back where the spare tire well is. It goes on the bottom of it. And it is already wired up to my switch panel as well. So I have to get one fitting for it, for the line that comes back to the transmission, because the 3/8 to 6AN fitting, I don't have another AN fitting to screw onto it. So I tried to go over to like a parts store or something like that, and ended up picking up this, which is a 3/8 to a 90 that I could just run the hose on it with a hose clamp. But that did not work out well, because then this side touched onto the bell housing. So I'm gonna go and get a spacer for that. It'll push the fitting out a little farther until I get the 6AN to 45-degree angle that I have on the upper hose. All right, and as you can see, there's my transmission cooler line. I have to secure this one over here with another zip tie / screw, but I'm gonna get those P-clamps that hold the line up all the way and make it real nice and whatnot. Right now, I just have it all tied off with zip ties and stuff like that to get it up out of the way. It does go up and over near the frame to obviously the back where the cooler is. As you can see, there it is. Nice and set up the way it should be. This whole setup ended up costing me like 60 bucks. The cooler and stuff was like 45 bucks. The line alone was like 15 feet of line or something like that. And yeah, it was a pain in the ass. But as you can see, there's the cooler, all wired up and stuff like that, plumbed inside the car. I need to cover that wire up with some loom. Other than that, lines are ran up over the frame, down the way, and then obviously to the back of the trans, and then you go over here, and there's my one fitting missing, and there's my other fitting that's on there. It's a 45-degree 6AN that goes to the cooler line and down and away. So I still got to get the other one, obviously. So I'm going to try and find one at Home Depot that can space that out a little bit, and then we can use it. But for the most part, that's all done, and I'm ready to go. I'll order up the drive shaft as soon as we know that everything is mechanically sound on the car. I just don't want to put out the money and then something else go wrong. Like I was saying, everything is ran to the switch panel, ignition, front fan, rear fan is over here for the cooler. This center one I'm going to have like for an accessory power or something like that, so like some lights or something. I don't know if I'm going to run like a light under the car in the back just to shine light for like tire tracks and stuff if we go out to Mexico or something like that. Just so I can make sure I'm in the groove that I did my burnout in. Or, vice versa, some other things. Maybe I can just use it for a work light for when I'm working under the back end of the car. I'll put an LED strip there, and it'll help me out a lot. There it goes. Still getting used to that one being on the last switch. But it does move a good amount of air, and it's pretty loud. So when the car's just chilling, I have to make it a patch or something like that. Obviously, I can kick on the fan for there. I can kick on my front fan. And that's it. I'm pretty happy with how the car turned out. I'm very, very excited and very anxious to hear this damn thing run. I know you guys are too. It's been a hell of a little build. We are going on our I don't know, maybe the 10th day of building this thing, even though like 2 of the days were bullshit because we didn't have anything to do on it. It was just going back and like fixing nitpicky shit. But for the most part, you can say I swapped this car in 10 days if I would have had the drive shaft and had the car tuned already. We're gonna get Mr. Kessel over here, get this thing tuned, hear this thing fire for the first time. That'll be the next video. And I hope you guys are just excited as I am But I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope you guys stay tuned. Please subscribe. I would love to make this channel bigger. So I'll catch you guys later.